Ladies and gentlemen,
Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. It's ladder day again. Yes, it is Tuesday, and that means I get to get my butt kicked on the ladder once again. I don't think I'm going to trust... should I trust the random factions button? It has given me Aeon so many times. I'm going to trust it just this once. Let's click it and we'll get into it. So, let's see. Yes, very, very tiny words on the mobile devices, I am sure. Last week, I did that combo stream with Calvarox, and it led to some reasonably interesting revelations about things that I was doing in-game, which is kind of what I had hoped for. Having someone more experienced sitting in on your games is definitely a good thing. Wasn't exactly a coaching session, but it was a pretty good listen for those of you who are interested in some of the more intricate things that go on in a ladder game. So definitely check that video out if you have not. It was posted last Friday, and I should probably put a link to it in the description, but I am honestly too lazy to do that while I'm already in the middle of streaming. So yeah, check that out. It is clearly labeled on the channel. Hopefully there are some people playing ladder. Let me go over here to the main chat and advertise. Somebody needs to click the ladder button. That is what I need here. It's amazing how much political discourse can take place in the course of 5 minutes. It's like, I don't know. I almost got into this discussion very deeply, and I was trying to stay apart from it because I had the stream starting. But it's kind of hilarious to just watch it go by. And of course, there it is. Someone has to be anti-Semitic. Always, always, it is a staple. Let's restart this thing. Okie dokie. It's the one bad thing about it. Waiting for the ladder game. Sometimes it is somewhat unreliable. Yes, co-op ladder was a good thing. Unfortunately, it was very short-lived because people are stupid. So... yeah. Alright. This, I need to take care of this here. Oh, look. Yes, I'm looking at computer parts. Have a look at a beautiful snow leopard while I do this. Things are annoying sometimes. Okay, what on earth is taking so long to get a ladder game? This is usually not a problem that I have, but apparently most of the people that I normally ladder against are either already in game or is that yes? Yes. All right, we've got a game. And I did not turn off the dual monitors. Let me do that very quickly here. Bing, boom, we got it. All right, we're starting on the south side. And I played Bermuda Locket in the last game, I think. We're versus Benefactor, so he's got a little bit of a rank advantage on me. Let's do one mass extractor maybe, yes. And then all the P-Gens, because P-Gens are vital. Always. We're going to do 4 over there, and 4 over there. And then an air factory. And then 4 across the top. And we're going to get engineers out all over the place. See what happens with this. Do 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 do. Hey, JP. So you need to assist Com. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm going to position you right there so that you can assist with the vast majority of the P-Gens without having to move. And that'll help us out some. And this engineer is going to grab a mass extractor and then go for reclaim. Let's get you. I should be using hotkeys. There we go. So grab the 3 biggest boulders and go to town. Hopefully you can get the mechs down before we mass stall. Oh, it's going to be close. I'm going to pause you. Thank you. There we go. Go bite that mass. Thank you very much. We can unpause you now. Alright, so we'll get that in. And then get a little bit more reclaim. And you can go up here. Go on a little mechs building spree. That was less than efficient, but it'll be alright. And you can head out to this side. Ding, 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 ding. So many mexes to build. There we go. I'm going to actually keep it going this way because I'm going to build a few land factories right there, jump in the water, and hopefully get some early frigates out because he has got Floaty Arty. And Floaty Arty is pretty much the bane of everyone's existence who is not Seraphim. So we want to have something in the water that can take care of that relatively soon. So we're going to build 4 land factories here as a bit of an advance, bit of build power. Then we're going to drop that over there. You are going to go scout 5 interceptors on repeat, queued out here to hopefully catch any bombers that are advancing. You're going to assist. You're going to assist. You are going to assist there. And we should be able to drop a T2 Mex upgrade as well. And once this comes online, yes, we're going to go into a little bit of a power stall, but it is by no means a nosedive. We'll be able to get some things done there. Okay, so let's grab 1 land factory here in order to have a little bit of a... Is that a beachhead? Am I using that term appropriately? I think I am. Do that. You go across and try to scout out anything that is going horribly, horribly wrong. Because we always need to know about that in advance. I think an interceptor got our scout. Yes, it did. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see if I can nab a scout on my very own. Oh, I missed it. There we go. So he went interceptor first as a preventative measure, which inevitably failed. So that is fine and dandy for us. We're going to get those P-Gens online, get a little bit of assistance there. You also need to assist, and you start our vast reclaiming operation that is going to feed the war machine that is at the brink of insanity. Let's go ahead and knock all those mexes out there. Yes, this is a ridiculously optimistic build queue, but I am going to get away with it, by God. Let's get some more engineers flowing out in this direction to get some more reclaim over there. Pretty dang critical on this map. And we're going to send you out here. Going to build a sonar. Going to build 2 naval factories. That should work rather well. I'm going to go ahead and queue that up. Holy mother of lag, why is this happening to me? That's okay though. We'll get over it. Alright, you need to continue going in this direction, and honestly it's kind of amazing to me that I have neither mass stalled or power stalled since this started. And that's a weird one. That usually doesn't happen to me. Let's get some more engineers going here. Actually, we're going to do all attack moves. That'll work. I'm going to start some more engineers here, which are going to go up to this side and then proceed in that direction. And you are going to suck up that big rock and then start assisting there. Alright, so all that's looking good. We got a T2 mech, so let's go ahead and dump another, and maybe even another. Yes, our power levels will take it. We're going to be fine there. Go up here and get some more P-Gens online, because P-Gens are love and P-Gens are life. P-Gens are everything that you could ever want or need. More T2 mechs. The only other thing that you could ever want or need. Okay, so we do not have any intel, and that is never a good thing. So we need to get some of that going. We got a couple of engineers, which I'm going to send forward to assist this guy, which never got assisted for some reason. So we can get some tanks up and start pouring into that side. Hello, air. I am going to win preemptively on the air front. There we go. Let's go ahead and get a tank scout tank set going up this way. And we now are starting to run extremely low on power. So we're going to pause these 2 guys on the air factory. That'll bring us more back in line, so good dealio there. He's already got a naval factory down, so we're going to go ahead and assist between these 2 and start some frigates. Yay! If you were trying to scout my naval factory, yes, I do have a naval factory, indeed. Alright, let's go out here. And we actually need to kind of ping across right here and see what's going on, because he may be trying to be a sneaky little bastard and build some navy on the outside here. Oh crap, he saw that one coming. Alright, let's get out of there. Get out. Thank you very much. Actually, let's go over here and kill the transport. Because killing the transport's a smart thing, right? Come on, little scout. Make it just far enough to see. Just far enough to see. That is a naval factory. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of a fight on our hands here. Let's go ahead and assist these guys so that we maintain our frigate production. And then we're going to flip that one and that one. Nope, just that one. Over to this side. We're also going to go over here. And let's get T2, T2. And you... Let's go T2. And we're going to do this number right here. We're going to go dink, dink, shield, dink, dink. Good dealio. Alright. We'll be able to get some tanks up. And holy mother of stalls, we're stalled. Go ahead and cut on all of our production over here as well. This is going to be an interesting one. Are you building a T2 upgrade, or are you just sitting there? That's what I want to know. Come on, finish. I'm just going to stop air production. I already have a decent little lead in air, so I'm just going to focus on getting my power situation to a better level before I actually go any further with this, because that power stall is totally unacceptable. So that is a T1 sub. That is a preventative measure. If frigates come that way, he will be able to lock that down. Alright, we have 100% on that. Power stall is still bad, but we're getting T2 mechs now anyway. Or not T2 mechs, T2 power. So we are at least doing something to lessen the situation. You need to grab a radar and then continue your merry way. Thank you very much. And you guys, let's go kind of see what's going down over here. I see one tank streaming in, but I don't think he is any real threat. Let's go ahead and grab those. We'll get radar and then start going down this here way. Oh, there are more tanks. Yay! Well, we'll have quite the substantial backing up of units right there. Let's go ahead and go all artillery on you. There we go. I did not mean to click that. Bam. Alright, so that is undergoing... No, that is just a drifting piece. That is how the Seraphim functions. Okay. I thought it might be going T2. I've got to make sure that if that thing goes T2, I need to crank up, I mean fast, on the frigate production and overrun that position. Because if I don't, he is going to royally screw me over on that section. Okay, so you guys, let's go ahead, get a couple of extra land factories up because we're probably going to need it. Let's focus our units up, clump up for maximum damage effect, and run in. Now, the strikers are actually slower than the Thams, so I'm not going to be able to overtake him moving in, but I should be able to move forward just enough to... That is probably going to be a point defense. So I need to find my Lobos and hit it. Hit it and hit it hard. Nope, that's a radar. So I need to push. Push in, push in. Maybe not. Is that entirely T1 subs? That is entirely T1 subs. Alright, 2 can play at that game. Let's back up. My subs are better than your subs, so you're going to lose this, I can assure you. Let's go ahead and back up here. Back up there. Let's get a couple of engineers on the way. There we go. Move you guys in here. There we go. Alright, dropping subs at a furious pace. Let's go ahead and get a couple more T2 mechs upgrades. My hope here is that I can out-eco him rather massively. He does have a T2 air factory, though, so I need to really, really start cranking out the inties, because otherwise I'm going to get burned on this. Oh, look at that! His subs are hitting the false radar signatures. That is a beautiful thing. And now he is killing me. That's okay, though. We'll get it. We'll get it. Just need some more subs out. That's all it is. Yep, there's the T1 artillery. He is stacking up, getting ready for when he can come into my bay and therefore into my base. But we are substantially ahead on our... Alright, you need to die. On our economy, I think. I should have enough tanks here to kill that, yes. And then I should be able to get all of that taken care of as well. So we're going to go ahead and bump up. Get this down. There's a bomber. Hello. All of my frigates, you need to go save that. That is annoying as all hell. All of you, let's go ahead and get this. That is a lot of damage. Come back, come back, come back. Go over there, please. Thank you. Alright, let's go see if we can claim this territory while we're on a roll. Get it while we're good. I think we now have enough subs to overtake that. Still no T2 on this outside. And I don't see any dead engineer husks. Let's stop that. And we'll go all engineers on the inside. We're going to go sonar with several torpedo defenses, so that if he goes T1 subs and tries to rush me out, I will be fine. Alright, so we've taken care of all of the artillery problems. Let's move up there so that he doesn't bombard us from range. That's good. We've got all that secured. Make sure this all goes here. Some of my inties are starting to be out of fuel. That's not good. We do have enough power set aside. I think we can pull resource allocation. So let's go ahead for that. We're going to power stall, I fully realize. But let's just go for it. Hello, T2 gunships. I would like to head you off and kill you, because you are annoying. Going to get all that. After you guys finish, you might as well go ahead. Oh, good lord, that's a lot. Let me, he is probably going to win that air engagement. Oh, crap, I misturned there. Dadgummit. Let's just hope the anti-air on the frigates can make up for that. Oh, good lord, we need some more air production. 66% on resource allocation. I'll be able to make the T3 air shift relatively soon, so as long as I can keep him distracted with this mess going on, I don't think I'll actually have that much of a problem. Okay, we need more subs to the front. You need to fill those back in. Thank you. You need to be queued to further out in the water so that I can actually do something. You need to go over here. Cap that off. We need to crush the Navy. You need to come up here because we have artillery coming in. So that's still going well. We are up on top of resource allocation. Let's go T3 and stop you. Go T2 and T3 air back to back. And just start pumping out ASF, because that's what we need to do. Alright, we're going to move up a little bit here. Send my arty down the south side and try to hit both of those T1 point defense. We're going to send the tanks through the north to distract there. We can kill that T1 arty. We can move back here to get rid of the T1 artillery in this segment. And then move up right there. And this is actually a really good thing. We can just go ahead and actually get the power storage first, please. And thank you. If I can get that, I'll consider it a win. Oh no! Yes! Got it! Literally the last tank from the last thingamajigger. Okay, so now we might be in for problems. We gotta go T2. We need to go Destroyer, Destroyer, Cooper, Cooper, Shield. Right in front of our base. And if we can do that, and he's also gone for Ilshis, so this is not a good sign. You need to go there, you need to go there. Make sure that everything is assisting that T3 factory, because we have got to get air control very, very quickly here. At least... Okay, you need to come back. Yep, there's all the gunships. So the gunships are becoming a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and contract here. You guys, let's all reclaim. Thank you very much. You guys come here. We'll maintain a presence there. We'll go ahead and get 2 T2 mass extractor upgrades rolling. Yes. We're going to withdraw all of you. You guys need to stay in the back too. Stay here. Thank you. And we need to go for point defenses to try to stop those Ilshivas, even though that's going to be a little bit of a futile effort. All tanks forward. Try to stall this out. And let's get a wall section there. We just want to kind of stop up that gap there. And yes, I fully realize that the T2 gunships are starting to overrun that side, but for the time being, I am going to need to stay with what I'm doing, because I don't have enough ASF. Alright, I'm just going to go for it. I don't have enough ASF, because if I encounter his... perfect. Perfect. If I encounter his Air Force at this point, I am going to run into some... lose all my ASF to his interceptors. Now, with this many ASF, I might actually stand a chance. So I think I'm good there. He is going... No, he is still building gunships. Okay, good. Yep, he's gone T2 on the outside, so I need to assist this and get some frigates up so that I have a preventative measure if he starts lobbing all of his nasty... all of his nasty business at me. I have something to fall back on. So if he doesn't submerge his destroyers, my UEF destroyers will win out versus his because reasons, and this is not looking good. Okay, stop you. Pop out a couple of gunships here. I am very ahead on air. So I should be able to stall all of that. 156 in the hole on mass. That had to have been a drop. That had to have been a drop, which means he's got T2 transports out somewhere. Let's go over here, then up there, and try to lock down his air. I think I have enough now. Yes, yes. Alright, the gunships. If I can just get one out, I'll be able to take care of those Ilshvas. I don't have the mass for this currently. Alright, go get those. Dadgummit. Okay, I've got to come up with something to do here. Because he's now got a cruiser on me. And it's locking my T2 factory. This may be the end of it. Oh, crap. Not good at all. Was there a cruiser when that flew over? I don't think that there was. Okay, we're just going to stop everything. I'm going to go T2 and clump up some torpedo bombers. That's what we're going to do. There's the cruiser. Alright, I need to get out of Dodge. Killed off most of his inties, though. So that should be fine. Okay. So, let's go claim all of these back. Get that over there. I'm going to fly one across here. Just got to find that cruiser. If I can sight the cruiser, I can kill it and we'll be good. Crap. I didn't target fast enough. Alright, there's one. And I'll have to get the other. But it's going to have to be in a minute. Alright, there's cruiser. Dead. Let's go after the other cruiser. He's making nothing but cruisers now. Which means I'm eventually going to lose this. Hit the other one. The dent in my economy. Let's do this. I don't want to T2 anything out there, because that would end badly. That's right, you better dodge. Alright, that's another cruiser down. See if we can get this in. Alright, he's got T3 air up now, which means if I continue to build torpedo bombers... Oh, crap! He locked my freaking factory. He has 385 health. Is that... How much does one torpedo... Alright. Nope. He vetted off of it. Oh, that's bad. Now he's dropping behind me again. Crap! Getting systematically disabled here. Well, I can just bypass all of his cruisers then. Alright, I'm gonna go that way. Back around. You can come this way, please, and thank you. Okay. Assist my factory, please, not the torpedo bomber that just came out of it. There we go. Okay, this is all very problematic. Yeesh. Yeesh, 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 yeesh. He's got a lot of production on right there. What are you doing over here? You're getting another upgrade. Just don't scout me, that's all I ask. Let's just attack move to right where the beams can't hit. And that should be hilarious. Oh crap. Still getting through. Well, at least broadswords are strong. That's what I can be thankful for. Alright. Come on, broadsword, get rid of my problems for me. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, I am back up to where I am definitely maintaining control on that side. Now we just need something on this side, but with the nuke buildage, I'm not sure that I will be able to actually do that. Let's go through here, see what we got. I have 6 torpedo bombers, which is enough to drop a cruiser. If I can just get rid of the dang cruisers. There we go. Did I go gunships instead of... I did. Alright, my nuke is almost finished. So basically, if I can just defend this, then I'll be golden. When you get done with that, I need SAMs. And another shield, preferably. This is going to cause some major issues. Hopefully I'll be able to lock this factory, though. At least that's a thing. He's got Omni going down. Maybe he is betting on the fact that he can kill the nuke before the nuke launches. Oh look, more Ilshivas. I have lost it, I feel. Too many things to focus on. He went T2 land shift, which I didn't do because I thought I could get it. he pulled T2 Navy, which the end result here, I think, the end situation is that I didn't scout enough because I didn't see the T2 Navy. And before I could react to the T2 Navy, he was doing other things around. Oh, crap. I bypassed a cruiser that's now hitting me from the bay here. So anyway, it was just a cumulative effect of different things, I think. Most of which were simply bad for me. Lost focus. That is something that plagues me in these larger map games, where expansion goes reasonably okay.
Commander under attack.
You do alright early on in the game, and then it comes down to maintaining momentum, and I don't do it. Somewhere in there, it just fails. Alright. Let's see what if I can do better the next one. Oh, I forgot. I do not have this over here. Wee. Bet you're glad I don't have the MSI background anymore. That was getting old. Well, I got UEF off of a random faction selection, so maybe the plague of Aeon is over, or maybe I just opened my stupid big mouth and I'm going to get Aeon. Who really knows? I think Percy's need buffing. That must be painful. I am glad that I have not been in on this discussion. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I forgot to turn it off again. There we go. And I got Seraphim. 2 games without getting Aeon. I built my land factory on the wrong side. I'm versus New Bee. It was apparently either a freshly born insect or is very bad at spelling and capitalization. One or the other. Okay. So the goal of this is to expand as rapidly as possible in as many directions as possible and not die. Which I guess is the goal of every map ever, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to drop 2 P-Gens, 4 Mass Extractors, and walk over here to lock down the other spawn location. This engineer here is going to grab a Hydro. Then he's going to grab a Mass Extractor. Then he's going to make a land factory. Then he's going to make a bunch more Mass Extractors. And then he is going to build the ever-living crap out of land factories, because Badlands calls for an inordinate amount of land factories. So assist, please, and thank you. And you need to be going to the other side. So pretty much all of my early power is going to come from Hydros, because I'm going to build Hydros over there. I'm going to build Hydros over here. I'm going to build Hydros everywhere. We're just going to go straight for all 3 Hydros with that engineer. And he'll have a couple of buds assisting him, of course. And then once we get those Hydros built, we will go for some air factories. And this is basically going to be a split map where I have 2 centers of build power, on one on each side. And I can push the 2 separate lanes, and that should work out reasonably well. So I'm going to be a little bit late getting out my next factory, my next air factory, but it will be alright. We're going to go ahead and go loop around the outside edge with this engineer here. And then the next 2 we're going to go build air factories with. Thank you, thank you. And yes, I am building a lot of stuff, but I also have a lot of mass extractors, so don't hate. I'm going to go for that. Then we're going to go to the back here. We're going to make a tank and a scout and some tanks, so that we can get a little bit of radar coverage and make sure that nothing nasty is sneaking around the outside edge. We're going to do that right there. And then we are going... Dink, dink. Dink, dink. QU. For some tasty, tasty reclaim. Alright, so I'm 5 mass stalled. Which is not fantastic, but it's also not terrible. I'm going to do that. And we're going to start the factory frenzy anew on this other side here. Think. Well, hello there. Well, that's unfortunate. Ah! You think you're being a sneaky little bastard. Well, you are, actually, but I'm going to kill you anyway. Okay, so that's less than ideal. Get over here. Alright. So that'll work out. Let's go ahead and get that down. That also delays my air factory, which is also highly unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and push up to this side. Hopefully he has not built anything super vital up there. Or he has built something super vital up there, which we will be able to kill. I dislike this very much. Yeah, we're just going to chase him in circles. I'm going to leave a Q on him until he dies. It is very unlikely that that flare will survive. Alright, we're going to do that right there. Overflowing mass. Oh, crap. Dadgummit. My best laid plans laid to waste. It'll be alright, though. You come up here and guard. You guys come down and assist him. Getting this scaled up. There's the bomber, which I was dreading. Let's go ahead and queue up some mobile anti-air. You two make engineers, because we need to start some P-gens on this side, for sure. We got to get that interceptor up, though. Alright, that will build. That's not a problem. We need to finish that hydro because the power stall is a worse issue. He is locking the air factory. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, so we've got his expansion over here. He is not expanded fully on that side, which is a good thing. Our power stall, not such a good thing. Come on, just finish that hydro. Finish that hydro. Bam! No more problems. Okay, so where is my... I forgot that I queued all those things. Alright, so we're assisting there. You guys should kill all the engineers and then run. Because killing all the engineers is hilarious. Alright, we're going to go up there. You guys are going to build this hydro. And then start a massive power spam. Thank you very much. Alright, now we're finally going to start getting rid of some of these bombers. That was quite frankly ridiculous. Oh look! We got a mass extractor kill. We're going to get another. And we're going to move on. How about that? Okay, we're going to go ahead and go for a T2 mech here because reasons. Let's go ahead and start another P-gen line. Because we definitely need all the power that we can get. You guys, let's make a radar. So that we can see the bombers as they're passing. This is such a horrible mess. It honestly is. I am doing so badly. So very, very badly. Maybe I should just stop and start... Oops, I did not want to do that. Maybe I should just stop and just start treating this like a comedy routine. Because obviously I can't play. Obviously. Well, he has definitely dedicated himself to the bombers, that's for sure. Let's build some more of these. Let's go T2 over there, and T2 over there. And holy crap, all of my engineers are dying, because of course they are. You should be building more engineers. Let's do that. Because that's a thing. One Aurora, causing much pain. Let's just leave that for another day. There we go. Where were all of the tanks that I ordered just a few minutes ago? I thought I ordered tanks. I must not have. Okay, so we are still maintaining enough of a tank presence on the right side that we're actually okay. Let's go ahead and go kill that. Because we now have enough interceptors to mount some form of defense. Finally. Let's go kill all of those. Then we can go over here and claim Le Mass Extractor. Back up. Okay, you make some engineers because what we actually need is build power. You guys will be able to take out... Why is there 2 scouts with 1 tank? That's confusing. So we're going to do that. You go T2. You're going to have to do something to bring this back. We're immediately going to drop you and a T2 radar. And let's go start a land factory, which we will T2 for Ilshevas. Okay, so all is in chaos. Hooray! Need to move you all at once. Drop this down. You need to make a point defense, but first you need to make a radar. Alright, good. So we still have enough tanks that we can maintain our very slim hold on what is going on over here. And you need to go that way. Crap, that was the one that I just T2'd. Let's go this way. Luckily, Auroras are slow. Or actually, those are mostly T1 artillery, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to go and get radar down so that we can see what we're doing. We do that. Okay, try to get a handle back on this game that I have absolutely and totally trashed for no reason whatsoever other than to just utterly fail at life. Alrighty then. Next on the agenda, Intel. I have a scout coming out next. Hip hip hoorah. Okay. You guys all need to come back. Why do I keep spamming my tanks into the worst of places? Honestly. Alright, so we're going to do that, and that should lead us to more T2P gens. Because more T2P gens are better T2P gens. Let's go ahead and scout around here. Thankfully, I have some point defense. Hallelujah! So I will not be utterly and totally helpless, although I will be mostly helpless. Because the power stall has now led into a mass stall, which is not doing well for me. So, what do I do now? Maybe today is just not the day for me. Maybe I just need to give up and call it good. Ilshevas, that's what I need in this mess. Ilshevas. Do that and come over here. Means our production will go up. We're finally not power stalling, so everything over here is good. Let's just start power housing bombers, because that sounds like a good idea. We do have some things on this side, so that's good. Let's get all of our engineers working on you, which is going to go T2, which is going to make Ilshevas, which is going to save my butt, hopefully. We're going to get you off the ground so that you cannot be affected by the tanks that are milling around endlessly. Move all you over here. You guys are hopefully going to survive, because optimistically all of my crap, those are probably bombers. Yes, they are. So let's go over here and kill them. All of my bombers will lay waste to you. But not before you kill all of my shiny T2 mechs that I worked so very hard to get online. I need to move you over here. Need you guys to make a radar there, and then return. You guys are actually going to stop and start making engineers. Okay, let me get this back on track. Let's T2 a couple of mechs in the rear here. While we hopefully secure utter domination with our bombers. And dedicate one factory solely to making engineers to grab all of this reclaim. This is going to be wonderful right here. Total and utter obliteration at the hand of T1 bombers is all A1 or Aeon T1 is good for. Okay, so all of that is set. Getting my power grid online. Things are finally looking relatively healthy. Right in time for him to go T2 land. At least he's not gone T2 air quite yet. So we do have that going for us. You should probably reclaim some things. And he has succeeded in drawing my air to one side, which is not good. We need to go full interceptors again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Draw him into our bombers so that his fire is then wasted. And then we can try to win this air control back. Why interceptors no cooperate? Interceptors are the hardest thing to micro. Honestly, they are. Because they move so freaking slow that by the time you think about what you're going to do with them and then you do it, they're doing something else. And so you end up with this weird state of engineers almost doing what you want, but not exactly. And it's kind of strange, to be honest. Okay, so when he goes T2 air shift, if I don't have a solution to that, I am boned completely. We're looking good over here. I might go for something nasty, actually. Now that we are sitting on top a little bit with some economy, I'm going to go for 5 of you and Ilshevas, which should solve the T2 problems that we were about to have. I'm going to go ahead and bump my engineers up another step, oh, not quite that far. He's about to move back down. That's not going to be good. Get over here. Why you do this to me? He is being really sneaky about that whole, I'm going to draw your ASF, I'm going to draw your interceptors out and just kind of engage half of the group at one time. And that will mean that you can't kill all of mine. Alright, so we're going to move up. That's going to work out well for us, I think. We are sitting pretty on most of our things. Let's go ahead and stop producing T1 tanks. We're going to turn it off, repeat, and drop a group of our group of engineers so that we have some extra build power. I think I might actually be making it worse by trying to micro it. I'm not sure. Okay. So our Ilshevas are going to be very, very successful over here. He's doing a little bit of the dodgy thing, but the fire rate is so high on the Ilshis that there's not really a whole lot that you can do about that. So I'm actually going to be able to get up into his build power here. I have finally won uncontested air control. Holy crap, that took forever. So we're going to be able to operate efficiently there. Let me get you to, we're going to build a mass extractor and a radar so I can actually see what I'm freaking doing. And we're going to do that. Now, just in time, we're about to have a bunch of Ilshevas roll off of the factories, 5 of them to be exact. And my T1 is going to win out right here, so that's good. I'm going to be able to kill all of these obsidians, and that will prep us for total domination to come with the Ilshevas coming to back us up. So his T2 shift is not going to do him a whole lot of good. He has not gone T3 yet. So my goal here is going to be to kill all of this build power, and that will let me go in and kill his HQ. And he has gone T2 air now. So we're going to start running into a few little issues with exactly how well we're doing in air. Now, on the rest of these, let's go ahead and stop. T2, repeat, Ilsheva. So this is just going to be our little Ilsheva production facility over here. And you guys, let's make a radar. And then get all of this tasty reclaim into our stomachs. Alright, all of you, you're going to finish this T3 upgrade. You guys are going to go T2, repeat, and Ilshevas to the front. Thank you. Alright, we did not want Ilshevas to move that way, so we're going to back up some. Because he does have... Oh, no, 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 no. He does have some nasty business out there on the front. But we have plenty of reclaim right here. We have no lack of mass, that is for sure. He is building T2 point defense, which is good for us, because it means that we can just walk around everything that he's doing, and he is wasting loads and loads of mass, doing nothing at all in particularly good. I do need to start mixing in, let's go flak 3 Ilshevas, so that'll give us 4 Ilshevas to 1 flak on mix. That'll work out well. Because inevitably he is going to go for something that will end badly for me if I do not have flak. It's just how these games go. I'm going to start reclaiming a little bit of territory over there. You, let's go T2 with. You need to come back here. Actually, no. Let's go up the middle. Let's get those mass extractors. Be sneaky about it. We have 160-ish mass per tick coming in with our resource or with that. Let's go ahead and drop a T3 P-Gen. Yes. We're going to move all of you up here to assist that. Alright, so versus Obsidians, we just have to kite. If we kite, we'll win. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's right. Kill the eco. There we go. Alright, so we might mass stall or power stall just a little bit here. Let's stop those. We do want to keep building engineers though. Oh crap. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. We just gotta try our best to clump up and have more Ilshevas in one spot than he has Obsidians. Which I think we're being relatively successful at here. Those are probably all T2 supports. So if we can go in there... Yes! Alright, we broke the ranks. Good freaking deal. We're going to be able to wipe out all of this economy on this side. And that is just going to be beautiful. Oh, he rage quit. Good deal. Wow, that took way longer than it should have. And I screwed up so many sides. Holy cow. So, my ultimate plan there was to start capping off my T2 mass extractors after I got these 4 set. And then once I had a few of them capped off and I had 150-ish income, go for a Yathatha on that side without actually shifting to T3 land. Because theoretically, Ilshevas should be able to deal with Harbingers up to a point. Obviously, if you have a whole swarm of Harbingers, it's hard to have a big enough swarm of Ilshevas in one place to actually stop that. But I was counting on being able to, if he took the T3 shift, defend myself with Ilshevas for long enough to eventually pull up a Yathatha. And I think that's a relatively good plan-ish. So, anyway, that's that. My reasoning may be very, very bad, and my play might be very, very bad. But at least I pulled out ahead of the other guy. Alrighty, folks, that is going to wrap it up for today's stream. 2 games is what it is today. If you did not get enough Brink, check out the other videos on the channel. I've actually been doing my full release schedule this week. So there's a Dawn of War video, a Total Annihilation video, a couple of other things. The next Cybern campaign mission, if you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely check that out over there. And there is more to come in the week ahead. I did Span Thrower. Well, actually not. I got Supreme Commander 2 for the Xbox 360 is what started me on this whole craze. But anyway, that is a story that's been told before and probably shall be told another day. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.